I always believe that I think in pictures and words follow. And for the last 16 years, I've been a marketer, classical marketer on the client side. But for the longest time, I was curious about what happens to briefs when they enter this black hole and out comes magic. And I always felt that, yes, I do brand positioning, I do strategy, and I kind of influence how brands behave. But I had very little to do with creating magic. I've been buying magic all my life, and I just felt I want to get into the next phase of my career, which is being on the creative side, which is helping put together magic. Because I think I bring a keen understanding of what drives business, what drives consumer behavior, and now it's just the next chapter in my life where I wanted to do something different. I started with Draftfcb on the 1st of November. And I finished with ABSA on the 26th of October. So I literally had 3-4 days to clear my head of all banking knowledge and try and gear myself up for a world of creativity. So Jerry and I have been friends for a very long time. We grew up on the same street in Garankuwa, north of Pretoria. And we've always had a relationship of sorts. And when the draft opportunity came up, when I got approached, I gave Jerry a call and I said, Jerry, why didn't you tell me you're moving on? Your job's become available. So of course he chuckled, and we spoke about what he was going to do next, which is head up Jupiter, who were my supplier when I was at ABSA. So I had a few things to tell him about that relationship, and he had a few things to tell me about his job. So I said to him, Jerry, what dream did you have? What vision did you have for Draft, and how far did you get along down that road, and what do you want me to kind of take over and kind of implement? And then he said, it would be very unfair for me to give you what's left of my dream. I'd love for you to get in there, have your own dream, have your own vision, put your own signature over the agency, and of course there'll be elements of continuity, but I really would love for you to paint your own picture of success, which is fantastic. And so what I do in my first 100 days is, obviously I don't know anything about the agency or the brands or the people for that matter. So I kind of walked in and I said, right, I've got 200 people to lead. I want to get to know each and every single one of them in the first 3 months. So what I did was I instituted speed dating. So I'm seeing everybody in the agency for 15 minutes. They walk into my office and we talk about values. I give them 15 values and I get them to choose their top 5. I do the same, and we have a discussion about what's important to you, what's important to me, and it's been absolutely fantastic. I've met about 40 people out of the 200 in my first 3 weeks in the agency, and so it goes. One of our biggest clients is Toyota. I'd love to walk the dealer floor and speak to the salesmen and find out what's happening, what are customers looking for, what are the key trends, what are the bugbears, and what are those consumer hot buttons that we need to create as our as the comms partners. So I'm keen to kind of do that. Spending quite a bit of time with Vodacom, I want to understand what the average consumers out there is feeling about the telecoms industry, what they're looking for, what unmet needs there are, if any, and just kind of take it from there, So I just want to open windows into the consumer world, because all that we have as creative partners is what the end user tells us matters, which is what their unmet needs are, and we just work our magic to bring the brand and the consumer need together.